Blessed is he, whosoever shall not be offended in me. Matthew 11:6. There is a pain too holy for words, the pain of being disappointed by the one you trusted most. You see all the wonderful things happening to people around you, but you prayed, you obeyed, you waited, and still heaven stayed silent. You have not turned away, yet something in you has quietly broken. This is the pain no one talks about, the offense of the Lord. John the Baptist knew it, the greatest prophet born of a woman. The voice that thundered in the wilderness now sits in a prison cell. He had announced the Lamb of God, prepared the way, watched revival stir, and yet no deliverance came for him. He sent a message to Jesus, not out of rebellion, but confusion. Art thou he that should come, or look we for another? Matthew 11:3. Behind those words was a wound. If you are truly the Christ, why have you left me here? Have you been there when God could have acted and didn't? When he could have opened the Red Sea again but let you wait by its shore until the night fell? When the miracle never came, the door never opened, the healing never appeared? This is where many faint, not because of sin, but because God's ways cut deeper than they imagined. Before we go further, if your spirit has ever sighed in pain, Lord, I don't understand you anymore, pause here. Breathe. You are not alone. And if you desire to understand his silence rather than escape it, stay close. Subscribe, not just to this channel, but to the discipline of hearing what the Spirit says when flesh grows offended. John was not offended by men. He was offended by God. His heart had been pure, his vision clear. Yet the Lord did not do what he expected. He thought, surely you will vindicate your servant. Surely you will look upon my affliction and deliver me from this prison. But the kingdom came in a way too hidden for human vindication. And Jesus answered him not with explanation, but with a blessing wrapped in mystery. Blessed is he, whosoever shall not be offended in me. This is the offense of the Lord, when his actions or his silence contradict your understanding of his faithfulness. When his timing bruises your heart, when you love his will but cannot like his ways. You have obeyed, yet he delays. You have given, yet he withholds. You have believed, yet he remains still. Many never reach this test, for their disappointments are rooted in the world. But there is a deeper trial reserved for those whose hearts are truly for him, those who seek nothing but his glory. To them he entrusts a silence that refines love itself. Israel once stood hemmed in by mountains on both sides, the sea before them and Pharaoh's army behind. Then God opened a way through the sea. So now when we are shut in, we expect the same. Yet sometimes he does not. The prison gates do not open, the money does not come, the sickness remains, the situation is not resolved. And still, he is Lord. Here lies the test. Will you still adore his ways when his ways offend your sense of justice? Will you still believe his heart when his hand seems withdrawn? Madame Guyon once said, "I believe God more than his word." She meant even when his promise seems unfulfilled, he himself remains trustworthy. This is what it means not to be offended in the Lord. It is a surrender beyond reason, a consecration deeper than service. When you reach that place, you no longer demand that God act to prove himself. You simply trust that he is. And yet, this trust is not passive. It is born from agony, the kind of silence that strips every false expectation until only love remains. The Lord is bringing you to that sacred edge, not to break you, but to separate spirit from soul, faith from feeling, love from demand. Do not fear this place. It is holy ground. Here the Spirit trains the heart to say, "If you open the sea, I will walk through. If you do not, I will die praising you by its shore." When you finally reach the point where heaven seems closed and no explanation comes, that is where the Spirit begins his deepest work. You thought faith was proved by answered prayer, but now you learn faith is purified by unanswered ones. You thought trust meant seeing his power. Now you discover trust means resting in his silence. The Lord's ways are not against you. They are drawing you into something higher than blessing, higher even than understanding. My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. This verse is not a wall to stop your questions. It is an invitation to ascend. God's higher ways are often hidden behind disappointment. Every delay, every silence, every closed door is his way of teaching you to love him for himself. Many can serve God while he rewards them. Few can love him when he wounds them. Yet those few become the vessels of his deepest confidence. To them he entrusts his mysteries. For the offense of the Lord is not punishment, it is initiation. Think of Job, who sat among ashes, stripped of every proof of favor, and yet said, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him." That is not resignation, it is revelation. He had moved beyond transactions with God into union with his nature. If you are in that place now, the unanswered prayer, the long delay, the silent heaven, know this: you are being invited into that same union. The Spirit is separating the true from the temporary, the eternal from the emotional. He is teaching you to believe even when you can no longer feel. And when you choose to stay, not because you understand, but because you love, something shifts in the realm of the Spirit. Heaven bears witness. Angels record it. The fragrance of that surrender rises before the throne as worship, purer than song. Do not hurry away from this silence. Sit with it. Let it sanctify you. You may think nothing is happening, but in the Spirit's workshop, foundations are being laid. Offense is being exchanged for intimacy. Expectation is being refined into endurance. There will come a day when the mysteries of this life are unfolded, when the Lord himself will explain what now confuses you. But even then, you will look back and realize that the explaining was never the point. The transformation was. The offense you survived became the altar on which your faith matured. So if the Red Sea stays closed, lift your eyes anyway. Declare, you are still good. If the healing does not come, say, your grace is enough. If the promise tarries,
Rest in the truth that He remains faithful even in the dark. And as you do, the very thing that once tempted you to doubt becomes the ground where glory grows. For the blessing Jesus spoke of still stands. Blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Pause here. Let that word search you. If this spoke to where you are, share your reflection below, not to complain, but to confess faith in the waiting. Let this place become a community of those who choose trust over offense. The silence is not the absence of God. It is the presence of His deeper work. Stay still, stay faithful, stay discerned.